اینجا جمع شدیم برای روز تولد فرشته آزادگی و شجاع ایران ندا آقا سلطان که 7 ماه و 3 روز پیش به شهادت رسید در خیابان‌های تهران. اینجا جمع شدیم به این عنوان که خانواده ایشان مخصوصاً آقای ماکان درخواست کردند که همه دوستان در جای جای ایران و در جای جای جهان، همه ایرانیان با هم دیگه این روز رو گرامی بداریم و در کنار هم و همبستگی با ایران و خانواده این عزیز همگی ایستاده ایم. برنامه امروز به این شکل هستش که تعداد 27 عکس مخصوص ندا هست، 27 گل و 27 شمع و بعد یک نامه هست از طرف آقای ماکان که دوست عزیزمون اندریاس برامون میخونه این نامه رو و بعد از اتمام این نامه با یک آهنگ دونه بدونه دوستان میرن و شمع و گل و عکس ندا رو در مقابل سردر این ساختمان که ساختمان پرستیوی هست. و چرا پرستیوی؟ چون در طی این ماه‌های گذشته پرستیوی کماکان به دروغگویی‌هاش و پشتیبانی دروغ‌های کذبی که دولت جمهوری اسلامی اعلام میکنه در مورد با ندا و سایر شهدا و ماجراهای پس از انتخابات دروغین دهمین دوره ریاست جمهوری، کماکان پرستیوی این ساپورت داره میکنه با بودجه بیت المال، یعنی بودجه‌ای که مال ماست و این کار رو ما باید ادامه بدیم. اعتراضات به پرستیوی باید محکمتر بشه تا این نیوز ایجنسی دیگه حقیقت و فدای مصلحت رؤسای خودش نکنه. پس الان ما این نامه آقای کاسپیان ماکان رو اندریاس برای ما میخونه.
As Ardaban probably said, I wasn't able to understand it. I'm going to read the letter that we have received by Caspian Makan, who is the boyfriend of Neda Aga Sultan. He wrote to us, "First, I would like to emphasize that Neda was never political, but she was always aspired for human freedom. She suffered from superficial and superstitious boundaries and limitations brought about by dogmatic religious beliefs. She started studying spiritualism at the university in order to understand how religions came about and what their purpose is. She was very bright and curious. After about a year, she realized that school officials were exerting undue pressure on her for the way she thought and even for the way she looked and dressed. She felt like studying had become secondary. She subsequently left the university and decided to study on her own and study music. She lived in a country that is the epicenter for lack of individual and civil liberties. Iran has a religious government with extremist leaders who not only do not believe in people's individual freedoms, but also they have the young people on a very short leash that gets even shorter each day. In addition, they confront people in the most inhumane ways. For more than 30 years now, our innocent people have been beaten up, injured, jailed, and killed. Neda's love for freedom and human aspirations came to light during the presidential election in June 2009. There were only 4 candidates allowed to participate in this election, and Neda thought that they were all the same. That is why she did not vote, and she never supported any of the candidates. But when she saw that there was a clear cheating and that the election had clearly been rigged, she decided to join the people to protest. From the beginning, she participated in people's protests and was very active. Neda knew exactly what she was doing and what she wanted. A few days before her death, when I saw the repression and the crackdown, I tried to change her mind about participating in the demonstrations. I loved her and I did not want anything to happen to her. I asked her, "What if you get arrested?" It's not important, she replied. What if you get shot? I asked. She said, it's not important either. What we are fighting for is more important. When it comes to take our stolen rights back, we should not hesitate. Everyone is responsible, and I'm no different than anyone else. On the morning of the 20th of June 2009, she had the same kind of conversation with her mother before leaving her house, but her mother was unable to change her mind about participating in the demonstrations. Unfortunately, on that day, she was shot by regime forces, and it happened that it was all caught on camera. I would like to describe her during her last moments. She had wide open eyes, a pleasant face, no frowning, complete consciousness, and finally giving in to death. She was not shot by a large bullet, and she did not die instantly. She was shot by a small bullet that took 7 slow minutes to slowly take her life away. Neda's innocent heart had been pierced by a bullet. Blood was gushing out of her body, and yet, like always, she was calm and conscious, thinking about freedom. Neda's legacy comes from her sincere thoughts evident in her face, and that is what captivated the hearts of millions of people around the world. For her conscious mind and her bravery, Neda was able to provide a new direction to the millions of Iranians protesting and to strengthen their resolve in seeking their freedoms. Today, we informed Iranians and many people across the world await the day of victory. I believe that Neda's name will remain in history as a deserving and great hero. That moment that Neda took her last breath, the countdown to the downfall of the regime in Iran started. Sincerely, Caspian Makan.
They've recently broadcast a documentary which is just beyond belief, saying that Neda was part of a plot and she had a bottle of paint in her hand and she poured it over her as she fell down, and then she was killed by the rest of the people who were implicated in the plot in the car. Just really disgusting lies, and we're here to say, look, you don't fool us, and you know, we know what's happened.